Hi, and welcome to Mondays with Marlo. I know you're excited to meet Bobbie Thomas today because your questions are fabulous. And I love that you call yourself not just a stylist, but a professional girlfriend.
That's right.
I love it. It's so sweet.
Because if you think about what style means, it's self-expression.
Yes.
So how can I really be an expert or a stylist? I just think being a professional girlfriend is someone who can share what's hot and what's out there and help sort of guide your decisions.
Well, I'll tell you, these people think of you as a girlfriend. And
well, good.
And I do too. and like every good girlfriend, you're going to tell us some really good tips. I know that.
Yes, from hot handbags to bikini waxes and even breakups. We can talk about it all.
Oh, really? Great.
Yes.
Great. Okay, well, the first one is from Stacy. We're going to get right into this because we only have a half an hour and we've got a million questions. Stacy says, I'm 35. What's an appropriate thing to wear on a first date? Something sexy but not too suggestive.
Well, I love that, Stacy, you've already acknowledged that you don't want to look like you're trying too hard. So you get that. I think that one of my tricks is when I look in the mirror, I call it style speak. And I use, this is kind of dorky, but go with me. I use a couple key adjectives like striking, inviting, or chic, depending on what I want for that occasion.
That's great, right.
So if I'm going on a date, I want to look inviting because you want to welcome someone in. You don't want to be in something like I'm wearing now that's a peplum and constrictive. It's like you look high maintenance. You can't really be approachable.
Right.
I personally love a cardi wrap or a cowl neck sweater. There's something really elegant and kind of sexy about it.
Right.
It's flattering on most women, whether you have girlfriends like me that are smushed down right now, or if you don't, you can have a little volume right there. But I like a cowl neck sweater or a cardi wrap, or sometimes just using a soft, fun scarf. Leave the trend in something soft. If it's appropriate, I think jeans are great because you should be there to have a good time. You're off duty. You're not trying to impress somebody. You should be yourself.
Great.
You should really stand out. And if the outfit in any way is the statement, then you're kind of overshadowing who you are.
I think that's great. As my mother used to say, you should wear the dress shouldn't wear you.
Exactly.
Okay, this is from Margie. What will be the new colors for fall fashion?
You know, I like this question because as much as I try to not talk about trends, we shouldn't live or die by them.
Right.
We have seen so much gray for the past sort of 5 years. There's been this really big wave of, and I love gray, but it's really starting to warm up. This season seems to be the turning point into more of those autumn colors that remind me of the vegetables at Thanksgiving. So eggplant and
orange pumpkin.
Yes, the squash color.
Right.
So all of those warm colors are really coming back into play. And I think a really big thing is you really have to look at your coloring. So you happen to be an autumn.
Right.
If you remember the Color Me Beautiful book.
Yes.
But you have warm skin tone. I'm a cool skin tone person. So this color is out of a bottle right now.
I'm a winter, actually.
You're a winter? But with your red hair and your brown eyes?
I know.
Well, you're a chameleon today, but sometimes you might want to look up online. You can find what your season is. And even though the warm colors are in vogue, you can find a plum that's more cool than it is warm.
Right.
So I do think that the warmer sort of autumnal colors are back.
Here's another great question from Andrea. What summer items can I work into my fall wardrobe? I'm thinking I'm worrying about that right now. I think, I don't want to go all the way over to winter.
Well, white. That's all I want, white.
Yes?
White has really become, I mean, it's a basic, it's a neutral.
It's
everybody knows, it's just like black, it's the opposite. It's all about how you wear it. I think white linen may feel out of place.
Right.
But if you have a white cable knit sweater, white jeans like your girlfriend has on today, you can really make that feel more winterized by adding a darker nail polish, a dark belt and a little shoe,
So
maybe
you're
with
okay
a
with
scarf.
white jeans after Labor Day?
Absolutely. And you know, white is such a big color this fall, but it's going to be really big again in the spring because I just came from Fashion Week and you know, designers are really putting even paper white, not just ivory, winter white, paper white.
Great.
And mix it up so it's not just your white, it's white with ivory and kind of blend it.
This is from KCT 195. What one big trend piece should I invest in? Now, this is a big, important question because not everybody can afford a whole new wardrobe. So, one big trend piece.
This one's tough. Well, because it depends on the woman's lifestyle. So I'm going to give one trend piece, but maybe to focus on a few different people.
That's right. That's good.
If you're somebody that lives in a cold climate, I really love telling somebody to invest in a signature jacket.
Uh-huh.
It covers up what you wear every single day.
That's right.
Your cost per wear, you wear it every single day. It's just going to be that, wow, that's such a great color. Instead of the black or the brown.
Yeah, right. Uh-huh.
That's what I'd say if you're in a cold climate. If you're in a warmer climate, your handbag is your best friend. It hangs out every day. It's your companion.
That's great.
So this season, what's big with bags, although the shapes are very classic, which is nice,
right.
there's a little twist to them. So if you do go for a classic bag, Fendi has a really popular one out right now that all the celebrities are loving. And it's got this really classic frame shape, but the color is punchy red or an electric blue.
Great.
So splurge on something that might be a little out of your comfort zone if it makes you smile. If you look at this bag and you think, oh, what will I wear it with? It doesn't matter because it will match with, I mean, it doesn't have to match. It'll
go with black, it'll go with white.
It'll go with whatever.
Right.
It's your best friend. You just, you know, tell people how much you love it.
That's so thoughtful of you to say which weather or climate are you going to be in, because that really is different.
We are not all cookie cutters as women. Exactly. You have to like think. And the other thing is, if you don't want to splurge at all and you just want one trend piece, I am personally obsessed with scarves. A scarf is
That's really pretty.
This is the easiest way to jump in on a trend. If leopard's big, if embellishments are big, this was under $40 at Zara. You put this on with any outfit, just like a coat, and you can instantly add the trend.
Yeah.
You can even take, one of my favorite things is if it's a little warmer where you are and you like a scarf, you can knot a scarf to take the volume down.
Oh, right.
And to make it look a little bit more just like an interesting, fun sort of accessory that elongates your line. It makes you feel like you're slimmer in the middle. So I'm a big fan of scarves.
That's great. Okay, we're going to do it. This is from Nikki. Hi, Nikki. What are the must-haves for 2013? We have these kinds of questions.
No,
everybody wants to know.
Look, we live in a world today where we're not happy with knowing now. We want to look ahead. I'm the same way. I think that black and white and those graphic statement prints that we've seen, you know, Diane von Furstenberg has always done really beautiful graphics. But you could even probably find I mean, you can find graphics at every price point, but I almost like the vintage prints.
Yes.
So I kind of like shopping.
From the 60s and 70s.
Yeah. I think you should invest in prints. I think fashion is getting bolder. It's really whatever makes you smile. If you want to mix prints, go for it. But I think the big trends I'm seeing now, and one of them I'm personally... Break out your ab roller right now, because all of the looks at Fashion Week are the midriff bearing.
Oh no!
All in the stomach, and I'm sorry, I'm just the messenger, and I'm in pain with you.
But is that really for the over 40 crowd?
No, I think maybe the way to get away with that is
to paint it.
Yeah. That, or you wear like a sheer panel. But I can't even today, I was so self-conscious with the lace.
Oh, are you kidding? You look great.
But I just think, you know, fashion right now in terms of what's hot for next year is whatever you decide that's hot.
Because one of the problems is because our viewers are 35 and up. And so at a certain age, you think, well, should I really have a bare midriff? I mean, unless you're Cher.
I agree.
You know, you're not, I mean, once you hit 30, you think, I don't know that I should be doing that. It's
and
a little, you know.
Exactly. I couldn't agree more.
You know.
I think that one of my favorite blogs is called Advanced Style, and they feature women predominantly over 65. Most of the women on that blog are over 80.
You're kidding.
Have you seen this?
No.
You're going to flip out.
What, they're wearing bare midriffs?
No.
Oh, no.
But my friend Ari Seth Cohen has been photographing women who and I love the term, they have advanced style.
That's great.
They know who they are, and I think that the most stylish thing you can do after 35, and I'm turning 38, so I know I'm young, but I'm not in my 20s. I think it's to know who you are.
Right.
Find your favorite color. If you love leopard, who cares if it's in or out one season? It says something about you. It's a little bit of a wink.
Yes.
So I think be inspired. Go see these women. There is a woman that was 100 years old.
Oh my gosh.
I brought her on the Today Show. Her name was Ruth, and she was adorable. She's like, we got to hurry this up because I'm going to my Pilates class. But she was all about her brooches, and she never leaves her house without makeup on because she was an Estee Lauder fan, and she said that you never know who you're going to meet. And these women are accessorized from head to toe, and it just really will inspire you.
How great. That's great. This is from Lupe. What kind of boots are in for the fall, and what colors would be best to wear with jeans?
Wow, you are going to find the best assortment of boots. Everything from to the knee, if you want to go with leather knee-high boots.
I love them.
But I grabbed this morning to show you. These are Rockport. They are so comfortable.
They're cute.
And the round toe gives you a little bit more comfort. You don't have the pointy toe.
The box is bigger.
And I love that it's on trend. It's this pony hair leopard. You can find something fun like this that you can wear underneath jeans, or you can find a regular, one of my absolute favorites, the classic riding boot.
Yes.
It looks polished and chic. You can wear them with leggings and an oversized sweater, and the riding boot just instantly dresses up your look. And it's comfortable. Great. You can wear them everywhere.
That's great. This is from Gianna. Hi, Bobbie. I was hoping you could help me with a question about fall-winter coats. I'm slightly overweight. I feel self-conscious in jackets that make me look even bigger. I hate puffy coats. Are there any slimming styles out there?
Yes. And I hate puffy coats too. I think every woman might, unless you're, a 6-foot-tall Glamazon model. There are, again, what's great about fashion today, you have Zara and H&M and a lot of stores that are really kind of looking to the runway, and they produce their inspiration pieces really quickly.
Oh, I like the word inspiration pieces.
Well,
we used to call these copies, but okay.
Yeah. I think what you can avoid is, if you are going to find a jacket that has any kind of insulation, if you're looking for a warm jacket, there are jackets with belts sort of in there, or that the lining, the puffiness, it looks like it's stitched in a way that's asymmetrical. So that will help if you do have to get something that's really going to keep you warm.
Right.
The other thing I would look for is a jacket that has a shoulder detail that's sharp. A lot of jackets sometimes in the winter have like a round, and it gives you this round cocoon. You feel like a big egg walking down the street.
Right.
Make sure you look for a jacket that defines your shoulders, because that will elongate your line. And any kind of vertical detail, so a pocket or a zipper that shows up in a contrast, that will help, again, elongate your line.
And detract.
And detract. And if you want like links, go to my Facebook page, and I'll put links up there to help.
What is your Facebook page called?
It's facebook.com Bobbie Thomas.
There you go.
Yeah.
Susan wants to know, how do the latest fall trends look for our different ages and occupations? I'm 45, a stay-at-home mom. I see most talk shows reviewing fall trends, but the looks are for younger, 20s and 30s working crowd. But what about me? I still like to look cute, fresh, relevant, stylish, and comfortable while being a mom of 3.
You should, and it bugs the crap out of me too when I see 20-year-old models. I actually, on the Today Show, am very particular about using women that I meet and I pluck out of Union Square Park. I will ask, and I've shocked these poor women until they're like, "Are you sure you're not crazy?" I'm like, "No, I'm not." But it's really important to show, for me, to just put the same look on a 20-year-old that I saw in a magazine isn't really doing you any service. You've already seen that. For me, it's to really help translate that trend. And, what I think is important is that for example, this season, brocade is really big. More is more this season. You're seeing embellishments. Dolce & Gabbana had lace and all of this. Sometimes those trends, funny enough, don't look right on the younger girls because it looks like they're trying too hard, but it's really sophisticated and chic on someone who's 40. Now, if you're a stay-at-home mom and you're 35, you could wear a top like this with a pair of jeans and a sweater over it. You could still get the brocade. You don't have to be going to a red carpet to incorporate that trend. I also really love, right here, Hanes. Very affordable, has come out with fashion tights. This particular style that's brand new, it's called lace trellis. This lace pattern trails down your leg and is so fun, slimming, covers you up, so it's practical at the same time, and it's such a great statement with a little black dress. So
great.
Invest in some fashion tights. I mean, they're in style. Take advantage of the extra support.
This is a funny question. This is from McKittrick. What is an appropriate style for women in their 50s? I'm tired of dressing like a Tales from the Crypt teen. not feeling sexy at all.
Oh, I'm trying to picture that right now, but good for you that you've even gone there.
Yes, that's right.
Again, you know who you are at 50. I think what you could have fun with is, again, leopard. You could definitely do a fun leopard bag, belt, or booty. I think statement necklaces are great, but we've seen them so much lately that why not try a fun earring.
I love those.
Because
those are great.
Honestly, I feel like as women mature, we're self-conscious and we want to frame our face.
Right.
This will help elongate, the neck.
And bring light.
Yes, and it'll draw the picture up. So try a statement earring. That would be one of my things. That's great.
A statement earring, this really great little boot.
Oh, yeah.
With even your just black pants and a black sweater, that'll
and keep it classic. You could even wear
great.
all black, monochromatic. I love that look, and let your accessories be your personality and the punctuation mark.
And that fabulous little leopard scarf with the...
Yes, and don't be afraid of spikes. I know you could be 70, and this would be so awesome to see some woman with a pair of chic black pants and a little studded flat.
Darling.
There are so many great, comfortable shoes this season with personality.
Great, that's great. This is from Dee Dee. All summer, people have been wearing the shortest skirts possible. Where are hems going in the fall? I love short skirts.
I know. And I have to tell you, forget where they go on the runway. Look at your body type.
Yes.
If you happen to have legs, go for it. I think that if somebody, especially when you're somebody that has broad shoulders and a narrow hip, and it's called the inverted triangle for anybody considering body shape, definitely wear the drop waist dresses. I'm an hourglass, so I carry my weight a little more on my hips and in the top of my thighs. So I like a pencil skirt that goes a little bit longer because it makes me look best. And I think my advice is look at your body shape. There are millions of blogs online that can help you. You can go to bobbie.com, anything. But really, even a maxi skirt is in. So if you are going to wear a maxi, again, if you've got hips and you're a pear shape, make sure you don't have pleats on the maxi that are going to add volume. You want to. It's all about balance. It's not trying. The thing that drives me crazy is, please don't focus so much on looking skinnier or younger. What you want to focus on is balance. You want to make sure that your hips are balanced with your shoulders. So if you're really petite on top and you have curvy hips, add the ruffles and the pleats up top so that you look long and lean and balanced.
That's great. Yeah, and think about what you look good in. I mean, that's the big deal. So what you're saying is, if you love those short skirts, you can wear them in the fall.
And let's say you love a short skirt, and one of my things is I actually prefer wearing the short skirts in the fall because of the tights. I wear a black opaque, and I can get away with wearing shorter skirts than I normally could.
Right. And the boots with it, too. This is from Marie. What is the top accessory to buy for the fall to freshen up my wardrobe? Is there a top one you've seen?
You know, accessories are in the spotlight in general.
Yes.
So if there's something you love, pluck that out. But one of my favorite things that I think, adults have been a little wary of is adult nail art.
Oh, wow.
So I know some people think, oh, this is for my teenage daughter.
Yeah.
Their nail art is really big, and what I love about it is, number one, if you don't like it, you can wipe it off.
That's right.
It's a cotton swab, it's nail polish remover, it's not going to,
not like dyeing your hair.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like dyeing your hair or spending a lot of money on a bag. But they're getting more sophisticated with the nail art. This is a velvet nail manicure. And it's a plum color, but it has some flocking powder. It's really easy.
Oh, so it's thick.
Yep. While your nails are wet with the color, you shake the flocking powder on. It dries, and it has the texture of velvet. So it looks like rich and, people say, well, Kathy Lee Gifford, who I love, she's like, well, why would I want that? I said, well, because it's going to be a nice textured look. The other thing I really love are some of these. This is called Ring-a-Ding-Ding, but sparkle.
By Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
In my day.
Exactly.
Oh, how pretty.
But sparkle nail polish is back. For a long time, we saw all the matte colors.
Right.
Tom Ford is someone that I also really love. He's got these beautiful purple, and look at this brown burgundy.
Yes.
Shimmer is back, and so indulge in what I call a luxe lacquer, like a fun manicure that's just bold and
let's just do it,
Just do it.
What the hell?
Because again, you can change it out, and
That's
what I
right.
love about that is you could do this every week. When you switch up your manicure, you've got a new trend.
That's great.
On your
That's
nails,
good fun. I want to try this.
Yes, you should.
All summer
I'm
I'm seeing people. No, I have a luncheon and I haven't got time to get into a new manicure.
See, you aren't going to be adventurous.
Not right now. No. I haven't got time to do every single nail. But I've been seeing blue polish all summer. Have you noticed that?
Blue.
That's
really big.
It's really fun.
Navy blue is really pretty.
Oh, really?
In the fall. Have you ever tried navy blue?
No. I don't even use polish on my fingers. I
you
use
have
it
the
on
French.
I use it.
Okay,
on,
will you promise me that you will try?
I give you my word.
Navy,
I'll take a photograph of these.
Russian navy.
Okay.
OPI is a beautiful, deep navy color that you'll love.
I'm going to make you so proud.
Okay.
This is from Pam G. Is gold more popular for fall than silver?
Technically, yes. On the runway, there's been, because of that sort of Baroque feel that we're seeing come back, it's all about this like indulgent, luxe, over the top. I think sometimes when the economy goes in the toilet, people crave feeling, you know, rich in other areas. Right. So gold is back, but we are seeing silver and even rose gold, which is a personal favorite of mine.
Yes. You know, brocade worries me. It always makes you look
Stiff.
so heavy, yeah.
Exactly, but placement.
Yes.
If you only remember one thing today that I say, placement, because just like those tights I showed you with the trellis, the placement of the line is going to actually be slimming. And so some of the brocade that's out there, the skirts, designers are very savvy that they put the dark brocade in just the right area. So you may want to think twice and try it on.
Yes,
it can be great. And the fabrics today are better. They're not like the curtains, the tapestry.
Yes, right.
A little stretch, it's a little better.
I like clothes that move with me.
Yeah,
not that I walk and it's still over there.
Well, who doesn't?
This is from Elena. Hi, Bobbie. I'm so excited about all the fall clothes that are hitting the stores right now, but it's still way too warm to wear them. At the same time, I don't want to keep wearing sundresses and shorts in September. Do you have any advice on dressing for this transitional weather? What kinds of items should I be buying now? This is a great question.
Great question, and it drives everyone crazy.
Right.
You can wear your dresses, but there's a big difference. If you have, let's say, a floral dress that you've been wearing, even if you just are getting bored and it's still warm out, again, dark nail polish. Go, instead of for your pastels or French manicures, go for a plum or a berry, something a little richer. Add a belt. Instead of using your wedges, switch into more of a brown loafer or something. But the belt and the shoe can polish it up and give it a little more shape for fall. And the bag, just your accessories are what I say buy now. You're seeing all this great new fall fashion. You don't need to buy the sweaters just yet, but if you are excited to start investing in a few pieces, look for the accessories because you can add those now to sort of start shifting some of those summer pieces.
And also a jacket, right? If you have a really great flower dress, you put a little jacket with it, it starts to look like...
A little leather jacket is great. You can find pleather now, which looks fantastic. I'm a big fan of vegan pleather. It's not tacky. You can find the jackets. Victoria's Secret, Newport News, all these websites sell so many great draped leather jackets that are $89, so you can get those.
I just got a great pleather jacket. I forgot where it was. Land's End or someplace. It was just adorable.
So many great buys.
So cute. Okay, this is from Christy. The rules about what to wear in the office have changed so much in recent years. What are some guidelines regarding appropriate clothing in the workplace, and what are the absolute no-nos?
Okay, now this is the big question. I need the whole half hour. First and foremost, you should think about what you want out of this job. Do you want to be promoted? Do you want to be taken seriously? Because if you think about what you're trying to get out of it, you'll have much more of an incentive to look polished and look in the mirror and see what stands out right away. You know, because sometimes I think people focus just on the rules and what you can get away with and what you can't, that the bigger picture is lost. I think you want to show people that you can be trustworthy, that you can be taken seriously, that you pay attention to detail, and you're easy to work with. Now, if you look in the mirror and something doesn't say that, you immediately can spot that. You know, having too much skin, you know, it's distracting. It's distracting because...
And it says something else.
And it's just like, are you there to meet other people socially, or are you there to really be serious? You know, when it comes to your clothing, I know everybody wants to be comfortable because you're going to be at a desk all day, and it does help productivity, but does it look like you've made an effort to really care about that job? You know, if you just look like you didn't really brush your hair and you threw on pajamas and it's like baggy and all black, I'm sure you're going to do a great job. You know, I'm not saying the quality of your work is different, but sometimes you don't have the chance to talk to the boss, and the people are going to walk by you in the hallway, and they may not know your resume or your quality of work. So make sure that what you're wearing says something about you, that you are someone that, you know, is worthy. Because if you think that you're worthy and you pay attention to what you look like in the morning, you're really going to have other people take notice and appreciate your work.
That was a great answer.
But I think, you
know,
you're
the thinking woman stylist.
But it's important. Listen,
no, it's great.
Fashion is a layer of language that you wear.
Great.
So many people look at fashion as just what's cute or what's not cute, what's going to make me look skinnier, what's going to make me look younger. Ugh. You need to figure out how fashion can help be your walking, talking advertisement. No free ad space. So make sure it works for you and that you're the center of attention.
This is I think we've answered this question from Kayla. I'm 30 and I feel I'm too old for neon, glitter, and patterns. How can I spice up my nail designs without looking juvenile? And you're saying these little sparkly things are okay for people in their 30s and 40s and 50s and 60s.
And let me borrow from Michael Kors for a moment.
Okay.
You know, he said something a long time ago in an interview with my co-host, Robert Verdi. We did a show a long time ago together, and Michael pointed out something really important. If you're going to go for a piece that's cut very trendy, get it in a solid neutral color. So if you're going to wear a peplum, go for it in black or navy or something else. If you're going to go for a classic dress, a shift dress, go for the bold pink color. But don't put the trend and the bright color together.
Good.
So when it comes to nail art, if you're going to go for some shimmer or some bling, I prefer the shimmer to be a rose gold or something that looks sophisticated. I also like these shimmer color nail polishes that are in plum and burgundy. You don't need to do sparkles and neon pink together. Okay. If you're going to do neon pink, do it flat. I hope that makes sense.
It does. It does. This is from Deborah. What are the 3 most common mistakes women make when dressing for a formal occasion?
They look uncomfortable. That's one. So you need to wear something that fits. Number 2, I think, gosh, wear something that fits. I think it's the shoes. So number 1, the clothing, you know, it's either too big or too tight. And, you know, I think sometimes people are so worried about that they've overdressed. Make sure you have shoes you can walk in, because there's nothing more distracting than when a woman is so beautiful, she walks into a room and she's inching by. All you're thinking is, poor thing, she can't walk. You're not even noticing how beautiful she looks.
Right.
And number 3, too much makeup and hair, because you are so excited, and I understand because this is a special moment and you want to get ready for it. Less really is more. You don't need to add. You probably look so beautiful every day and you don't realize it. Just really make sure that you are comfortable, because that confidence is going to be the best thing.
I think another mistake we all make when we dress for a formal occasion is we work really hard on the dress and the bag and the shoes, and then it's time to go and there's nothing really right in the wrap.
I'm so glad you just said that, because I missed it. I was like, and they're cold.
I know. And so what's the coat going to be? You know,
that's why
it doesn't look good over this satin gown. I don't have anything that goes over it.
I'm so glad you said that. I was in Portugal. My mother lives there.
That's
and
beautiful.
This is Zara. I feel like a spokesperson. Look at that. $39.
Oh my gosh, how
now
beautiful.
Look,
yeah, that could
if
go
you can
over.
see, this has embellishment right on it. It's just a wrap, and watch, see how big this is.
Little beads.
Little beads. So it's a little sparkly, but this is soft and huge.
Yes,
and so
exactly.
I love scarves for that reason.
No, that's great, because it really does happen. I get all dressed up and I think, I don't have one thing that goes over this that's really right.
And then you end up in his jacket.
Exactly. Besides, this is from Tamina. Besides wearing black, what are some tips for dressing to look slimmer? Now, I know you said don't think about that, but it is something we have to think about.
Looking slimmer, I would prefer to say how to most flatter my figure. I just can't stand that women think looking slimmer is necessarily attractive. I do think that balance is really important. And so besides wearing black, if you're someone that wants to really elongate and stretch out your frame, avoid contrasting colors at your widest point. So if you have hips on the bottom half, don't let your shirt hemline and your pants, if you're wearing black pants and you're wearing a color top, if the edge of your shirt is right there at your widest point, you're drawing a neon sign to that. So what I would say is to make sure that if you are going to have a break, that it's at your smallest point. So like an empire waist would be great for someone like that. But you want to look for draped jackets, like you said, elongated with necklaces. Cowl necks are great. Monochromatic color schemes will keep the eye moving up and down. And depending on your shape, you'll have to look up different silhouettes. But your shoe can also be important. Try to, if you have, if you're petite, keep the shoe either to match your skin color or the outfit color.
But keep them simple.
Keep it simple. You know, otherwise, you know, everything that you're going to draw attention to is going to like stop the eye line.
I don't think a woman that's heavy or has short legs should wear those clunky shoes with the straps that look like the gladiators? I mean, that really is not attractive.
No, but the odd thing is, once in a while, sometimes a heavier shoe will balance a bigger hip, where if you do a really demure pointed shoe, you can emphasize.
Oh, yes, right.
So it's, again,
That's
it's balance.
That's why she has this job and I don't.
But I think women should, if you strive for balance instead of looking skinny, it will make more sense when you look in the mirror, so you'll know where to add and where to detract.
And how to fix.
Yeah, because if you're just saying skinny, 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 you're just going to be obsessed and then end up with a bucket of ice cream hating yourself.
Right, yeah.
And this happens to women who are a size 2 or a size 22.
We're running out of time where I'm getting the hook, and I get so anxious at this point because I want to get as many in as possible. So this is from Annie M. Can you give a few guidelines on mixing and matching prints? I see people mixing stripes and plaids and prints, and it looks great, but when I try, I just look like a crazy person.
I'm so glad that you love this trend because people usually don't like it, and I'm going to be talking about that on the Today Show coming up.
Oh, good.
Look for common colors, and also, if you find similar backgrounds. So if one has a blue background like this, maybe you can find another print that's got another blue background. The other thing is to look for scale. Keep a bigger scale floral and then maybe a smaller scale. That sometimes works. And then the best thing to do is, if the prints are mismatched, have a belt and a shoe that will anchor. So if the belt and the shoe match, it kind of sometimes brings the look together.
It's a fun thing to do, too.
It is.
I like it.
You can rework what's in your closet and expand what you already own to do so much.
This is important. This is from Evelyn. My daughter's in high school. She needs a serious wardrobe update. Most of the time she just wears T-shirts and jeans. She's definitely not a shopper. Well, that's lucky. I want to get her to dress more like an adult since she'll be heading for college soon. What are some pieces I could buy her that'll help her look more mature?
It's important that she owns her style. And I will say what's exciting for the younger generation, DIY is such a big trend. It's back. I know we used to call them crafts back in the day. I mean, DIY is a way for your teenage daughter or younger daughter to really be invested in. I think she's probably wearing jeans and a t-shirt because she doesn't want to try to be something she's not.
Right.
So for her, maybe help her experiment with going to the craft store so she can dip dye something, so she can take her t-shirt and make it more personal. Something that I'm really excited to help spread the word about. Fashion Week, I talked about coming from there. I've partnered up with Fiber One.
What is Fiber One?
Fiber One is a bar.
Oh, like a candy
Very
bar.
simple.
Like
a fiber bar. Yep. 90 calories.
Oh, great.
Here in New York, especially with Fashion Week, I have to be on the go all day.
Right.
So I have to have my bottle of water and a bar, because this is the only way that I can keep making sure I look elongated, is to be smart and fashionably prepared. But what I wanted to do is to create a snack accessory case, because my bar always got smashed in the bottom of my bag.
Right.
So,
and melts.
Yes, exactly. And so I teamed up with Fiber One to create a snack accessory challenge, which if you upload a picture of your case, an old eyeglass case, an old clutch or a box, make it your own. They are going to fly the winner here to Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week to come hang out with me in the spring.
And here's different shapes. I see. So get what you already have.
Yes.
And decorate it.
Anything. There's so much in your own house that you can upcycle. It's great for the environment.
Yeah.
And what's really fun about this is that you can do anything. I like sparkle, so I took a bunch of beads, put them in a Ziploc bag, and like the old shake and bake, glued the case and shook the bag together.
I was wondering how you put those on with a little tweezer.
And it looks like a nice little Judith Lieber inspiration.
For evening.
But this is an idea that I personally liked. So maybe she would like to do this with her shoes. This is a studded shoe. But this season, all of these trends are so DIY-able. So it might be fun for her to actually stud her own shoe or take a bag and, sew some brocade on it. Great. But that might be a fun way.
We have completely run out of time. So let me just see here. This is from Lynn. I'm looking to change up my wardrobe for the fall, but I'm on such a tight budget. Do you have any inspired DIY projects that I can do to refresh my look on the cheap?
I just talked about this, yes.
But also, what other, how about taking a scarf and putting your own beads on it?
Exactly.
Yeah, that'd be a good thing to do.
I really think you can do so much. One of my favorite things is paint, fabric paint.
Right.
You could take a black shift dress and, like Jackson Pollock, splash your own color.
Great.
There are so many pieces that I know you have. You look in at the store, and even here in New York, gorgeous department store like Bergdorf's. Have you ever thought, I could make that.
I know. And it won't cost me $2,000.
So really be inspired. I have on my website, if you're looking for inspiration.
What's your website called?
Bobbie.com.
Bobbie.
Really
easy.
BOBBIE.com.
Now, I know you brought a lot of accessories. Did we do them all? Because I don't want to miss anything. Did you do everything? Did you show us everything? What about that pretty blue scarf? What's that?
It's just more scarves. I'm such a fan. This is probably like $8.
That's great.
What else is in here?
Good.
You know, I think in general,
What else have you got?
For a bad hair day,
yes,
barrettes are back.
Okay.
I mean, we really haven't seen barrettes on the runway, so.
You have?
I mean, we have.
Yes.
Barrettes have not been around for a while,
I see.
and I like that if you've got short hair or long hair, these are from the drugstore. This one doubles as a bracelet or a ponytail holder.
All right, great.
But don't be afraid to take a pretty bejeweled barrette to keep a stray hair in place or to put it up. Tory Burch and a lot of other fun shows.
Very cute. And these are from Goody.
Goody. Couple dollars at the drugstore.
Wonderful. Good. We love that.
Yeah. Something like this. It's that whole
Beautiful.
Baroque thing again.
Oh, very pretty. Very
over
pretty.
the top.
Okay. And there's
Just
and this
more
is something
headbands.
you could actually stud those too.
Yes.
All kinds of beads.
Very
Love it.
much fun.
Well, you're
The bag of
fabulous.
chips.
Thank you so
thank
much.
Thank you for having me.
Come
This
back
is so much
anytime
fun.
and do this again.
I
love
will.
it.
I want a picture of your nail polish.
Okay.
And we're going to start a Pinterest account for you.
Okay, we'll do it. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next
Bye.
time. Bye.